Yo, what's going on, guys? Brayden here, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we got a little bit of a different one. Wrong button. In today's video, we got the dropshipping sellout shill tier list. Yes, you heard me. And today, I'm going to be losing potentially 6 figures in brand deals by talking about these brands that your favorite dropshipping YouTuber shills. So, I have compiled like the 12 most popularly shilled like services and like other stuff. I don't really know what my criteria was for me picking these, but I see these in the description of pretty well every dropshipping YouTuber's channel, so we're going to be ranking them. A lot of these brands have hit me up, and I've denied them in the past. And a lot of these brands, I'm just cutting off the chance of that ever happening right now, because I don't care. So, we're going to be ranking these, your favorite dropshipper, when their store dies. This is what their YouTube channel will be looking like. So, let's get into it. We got number 1, we got Zendrop. A lot of y'all know what Zendrop is. A lot of like the big hitters like Bia Heza, Jordan Welsh, like the really big guys. This is what they'd be promoting. They'd be calling it like a private supplier, this and that, find winning products, etc. In my opinion, Zendrop and the one we're going to be ranking after this is absolute cheeks. This is just overpriced garbage. They are dropshipping you. Dropshipping. Like, you are getting dropshipped on dropshipping. Alright? Like, they are dropshipping you dropshipping. Like, I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Alright, these services are pretty bad. They claim to fulfill products for like really cheap and this and that and have super good shipping times. I started off my dropshipping journey with Zendrop, alright? So I have a pretty valid opinion here. It is overpriced garbage. I tested the shipping times. Like, I was already fed up with Zendrop when I started, and I ordered the same product off of AliExpress and on Zendrop at the same time. A, I got it for cheaper on AliExpress. B, it came faster from AliExpress. Bro, I was furious. And when I started, I paid for a year's subscription, bro. It would have like expired like a month ago. So I canceled it real quick. And they stopped letting me use the platform. That was pretty funny. So, all I gotta say about Zendrop is absolute D tier. It is god awful. It is just an absolute waste of money, and they're really good at selling it to beginners. And beginners are the last people that even would need Zendrop. So it's just overall just like an awful shill, an awful service. They pay out their creators really well. That's why a lot of people promote it, so they're getting a D tier. AutoDS, this is like the exact same. Honestly, like, I'd argue it's even worse with how they have like their whole credit system, from what I can remember. So we're not even gonna touch on AutoDS. Like, this is the same garbage repackaged. Like, instant double D tier. All right, next we got WeActra. This one isn't as popular. Not as many dropshippers show this one. The payout rates are probably pretty bad, that's why. But WeActra is basically like a Pixel on steroids. I personally have gone on and off of using WeActra, and I use WeActra right now. As far as the difference I see in tracking and performance, it updates very quickly on the WeActra site. As far as like updating your actual ads manager itself, it's not much faster. And as far as improving performance, I haven't seen a big enough jump in performance to say that it can actually affect performance in a positive way, but it definitely doesn't affect performance in a negative way. Personally, I think pretty good of WeActra, right? I'm able to see my ad data populate really quickly in WeActra, which is something I like to see. So, frankly, I think it is an actual good tool. It is pretty expensive. I do believe it starts off at like $50 or so if you're like not really doing many sales, but for most people it's going to cost a lot more if you're doing sales, etc. So it is a little bit on the pricier end, but I do think it is definitely worth it if you are scaling, but I don't think it's super necessary. I've scaled to multiple $1,000 days without WeActra, so I'll give it an A tier. Next, we got Shrine, baby. The theme you absolutely need. So you don't need Shrine theme. I personally, I say this as I use Shrine theme. All right, a lot of the stuff on my store is custom content. I've talked about this before. I use Shrine to import that content. After playing around with Dawn on stream, I realized that Shrine was a little bit more helpful than I thought. So, honestly, I don't think Shrine is bad. It is very expensive. If like I don't recommend buying like I think there's 3 tiers of Shrine. I only recommend buying Shrine if you're gonna buy like the best tier of it or whatever, so you can get like the full functionality of it. It's an alright theme. I want y'all to know you do not need Shrine. Alright, like all the people that be shilling it are like, you need Shrine or you're no sales. Like Shrine is not going to be the needle pusher that gets you sales or not. It's going to be how you build your website funnel and how you use the tools that are available for you. So like any like decent theme can do the job. But Shrine being the one that everyone shows, personally, I don't think is bad. I honestly think someone who I use Shrine on my site. I've done thousands and thousands of sales. So, shout out ad blocker, bro, going crazy. We're gonna put Shrine. I think Shrine is a B tier. I just think honestly, if Shrine was like I don't think Shrine is really like worth what it costs. Shrine is all right. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot of other themes that you can use as like supplementary. As long as you know how to like make your own content that you can implement in the store. Like all you really need is a way to import like videos and photos, right? And that's pretty well it. And some type of way to make things look clean, which you can do on like Photoshop, etc. And then just import it into your store. So Shrine is a decent one then. Oh, next we're heading into viral ecom ads, baby. Oh man, this one is also some hot garbage. Viral ecom ads is notorious for hitting up small YouTubers. This was probably one of the first or second brand that hit me up, trying to pay me for a video. They are like, the second you start making dropshipping videos, like you watching, go make like 5 dropshipping videos. I promise you, they will hit your DMs and ask you what your price is. It is crazy. If you've ever seen their ads, it's literally just like a collage of like dropshipping YouTubers you've never heard of, just shilling it, and you will never hear of them. So, in my opinion on viral ecom ads, they are a pretty dog service. All right, what they provide is just UGC content, like extremely overpriced, and they shill it to beginners who don't even know how to organize their UGC content, right? If you're a beginner trying to get like your first bit of UGC, frankly, you don't even know what to ask your creators. Like, you don't know how to script or plan or direct a good ad, and like you just don't know what to tell your UGC creators. Like, if you think that just sending out a product to some random creator is gonna make you some viral high converting ad, that's not how it works. You need to actually understand your market, who your audience is, etc., through testing first, to actually get, or just like having skill in the game, right? To actually get good UGC content back. If you just let them blindly make the ad, they don't know how to format it. They don't know what to talk about. So viral ecom ads, definitely not worth it, especially for you beginners who think you can just like send them like $80, get your 3 ads and you think you're gonna print. For a lot of the time, the delivery time is really bad. It's a lot better if you just Amazon, like we're gonna talk about UGC in a second here. It's a lot better if you do it on your own. What you should be doing is going on Instagram, finding the creators yourself, and sending the product out to them, as well as like just building a relationship with them, because then you can also tell them exactly what you want, make revisions with them directly, and get the ad how you actually need it, instead of just getting upsold on viral ecom ads. Pretty well any girl who wants to make money on the internet, who doesn't want to sell her dignity doing OF, is probably a UGC creator, man. Like, there is so much more supply than there is demand. So UGC really isn't that expensive if you know how to look for it. And if you build a relationship with your creator, you're gonna get even like better prices with them and just better content, etc. They're gonna give you more revisions. So they're gonna be more willing to work with you. So I recommend learning how to actually like make good ads and understand, your first winning product to a high level, so you can actually ask for the UGC you need. Because just sending out a product blindly is normally going to result in you not getting the type of ad content you need. So viral ecom ads, we're putting that bad boy in the absolute D tier. Next, we got Shopify itself. Shout out to Shopify. I do have a Shopify link. I'm not even going to put it in the description of this video. I normally don't. But if you do want to use it, it's on my winners only Discord. Thousands of dollars worth of resources for free, man. I don't shill nothing. But shout out Shopify. Like, if you're using like, I don't know, like WordPress, Wix, or like, I don't even know what other like website hosters there are, but they're all trash, right? If you're doing e-commerce, you should be using Shopify. In my opinion, I don't know anyone who doesn't use Shopify. It would be like, is that even possible? Do people do that? I have no idea. So Shopify gets an S tier. Shopify has made all of us. Shopify has blessed us with the opportunity to dropship $5 items for $50. So shout out my go at Shopify. I really don't gotta explain much more than that. Next, we got ShopHunter.io. ShopHunter.io is you can like track revenue. They also have a tool on it called FutureLib, which is like a ads library, like filter tool for meta ads. Honestly, I use this product. I don't really use it too much as of recently, but I have used this product throughout my dropshipping journey, and I don't think it's bad. As far as the use case of it and how it works, tracking revenue with it is extremely inaccurate. Just on some real, it is super inaccurate. But if you know what to look for, it is still extremely helpful. I've like tracked my own store while doing like 4K days, and it says I'm doing like 16K days. All right, that gas me up, bro. So yeah, it is pretty inaccurate. But if you can understand the fact that it's inaccurate and it might be overestimating or underestimating, you can still use those numbers to make a calculated estimate of what the store is doing. So for that reason, I do think it is still all right. And its tool, FutureLib, low-key be carrying it like crazy. It's just a filter tool for the ad library, so you can filter and look through ads. Personally, myself, I just use Meta Ads Library for majority of my product research. And sometimes I'll use FutureLib because it's just a filtered version of Meta Ads Library. So if I'm just like doom scrolling too hard on one, I'll go throw in some extra filters on FutureLib and use that for my product research. So overall, I honestly think it's a good tool. I don't think it's deserving of the S tier. I'm sorry, Justin, if you're watching this video. I know the owner is in my Discord server, but if the revenue tracking was a little bit more accurate and there were a couple more features that I use, I would give it an S tier. But overall, out of all the spy tools for the Meta Ads Library, I think that this is by far the best one, so I will give it that. Next, we are moving on to Minia. I low-key haven't heard of Minia being popped up in a while. But I do believe Minia is associated with Zendrop, so that is an instant. I think it's made by the same people, or they just have cahoots with each other. And if you like buy one, you get a deal on the other. As far as I'm aware, Minia is just for product research. I believe it just scours TikTok and Facebook ad library. Personally, I think it's really outdated and bad. They also use a credit system, which just absolutely milks your money. It's so much more expensive than like majority of these spy tools, and its functionality is just really out of date. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to give this one a D tier. It's just one of like the worst spy tools, one of the worst product research methods. If you're doing product research, really, at the end of the day, the free tools like Meta Ads Library is going to be way better than all of these. So we'll leave it at that. Next we got Callow Data, man. Y'all have been loving Callow Data recently. I have not used Callow Data on my own. However, after traveling with Ben and Otan, I have seen Callow Data and how it works, and I've seen all the videos on it. Personally, I will never use Callow Data. Callow Data to me is hot garbage. It is literally just what all the beginners are using, and scraping the same garbage off the surface, off the trenches of TikTok Shop. What this is a TikTok Shop spy tool, so you can find the hottest products on TikTok Shop. Personally, I have no care to use it. It's being pushed like crazy right now. It's a very big trend in the dropshipping space to use Callow Data. And for that reason, I low-key be thinking it's trash. I think the tool itself serves its purpose perfectly. And like I think its actual like functionality, everything is really good. So I will give it that. As far as actually using it, as someone who does dropshipping, personally, I don't think it's great. Like there's just tens of thousands of people who don't know what they're doing. Just surfing the trenches of Callow Data, thinking they're gonna find the next big product. Like they're ripping off of each other. Like it's literally just a cesspool of people just ripping the same content off each other and trying to like pump it first on Facebook ads. So I don't think it's good for that reason. I just like if you have a man, Yeah, it's not very useful if you know how to actually do product research and find products that are gonna have any longevity instead of scraping the same BS that everyone else is. But I think the tool works exactly how it should, and for that reason, I might give it a B tier. I really don't think it's bad. I think if you're ahead of the curve, which I've seen people ahead of the curve use it really well. They know who they are. Shout out. But as of recently, I think it's getting just worse and worse every day. Next, we got buildyourstore.ai or .io. I don't know the little ending of it, but this is the AI store builder. You build your store in just one click or in 15 minutes. If you are using AI to build your Shopify store, you are cooked. All right, if you're trying to find any shortcut to any of the skills you need to develop to find success in ecom, you're cooked. So if you think that an AI tool that has built failed dropshipping stores for hundreds of thousands of people is gonna work for you, you are cooked. All right, don't use AI to build your, like, if you think you can just have a crazy, like, a store, branded store just built in one click or in a couple minutes with a couple prompts, you're slightly delusional. So as far as how it works, I think that it can be okay. Where do I think it can be okay? I think it can be okay if you're using it to generate the story, get a rough idea of what the store should maybe look like, and then absolutely changing everything right after. I don't think it's as bad as like all these in the D tier, so this is gonna be our first C tier. Yeah. Next up, we got Dropship.io. Honestly, I don't even want to talk about this one. D tier. Yeah, that's where we're gonna be leaving that one. And lastly, we got DSers. This is I think it's owned by AliExpress, or its functionality is automating AliExpress. I think that this is the tool that y'all need instead of being sold on Zendrop and AutoDS. All right, if you're a beginner, don't go spend $200 on a year. $300. I don't even know what it costs now. I don't want to know. Don't go spending hundreds of dollars on a yearly subscription for AutoDS or Zendrop, bro. You are cooked. If you are a beginner moving absolutely zero sales or like less than like 10, 20 a day, just stick to AliExpress. All right. Unless you know you're gonna put yourself out there, like I've talked in other videos, and find a supplier or someone who can manufacture for you and fulfill the orders, right? You should be putting yourself out there. But if you're not going to, and you're gonna start with AliExpress, which most people I know started with AliExpress, if you want to automate that process, I would be using DSers. I think it's only like $20 a month, so like literally like 1/10 of the other services, and it just automates your AliExpress orders. Personally, you know, if you want to save $20 a month, just copy and paste your customer information into AliExpress and ship that John out. But hey, if you want to save yourself some time, that's literally all DSers does, is it just automates your orders through AliExpress. So I think it works perfectly. I think it's a really good tool for automating the process. It's just there to automate the process and save you time. And it only costs, I think, like $20. So I think it is absolutely great. I used this. I was fulfilling off AliExpress to hit like my first like 1K day, I think. And I had DSers connected, and it was just, you know, one click of the button, pay for all the orders, and I was done until I found, you know, my private team that I work with now. So good ass tool. Honestly, Loki, I kind of want to put it in the S tier, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, for the beginners, like this one's for the beginners. Like, I'm putting this in the S tier so y'all don't get scammed on Zendrop and AutoDS. All right. Okay, I think it's in the A tier because it doesn't really have much, purpose when you're actually like pushing P. But to get yourself off the ground, that's my go. So this is our dropshipping shill sellout tier list. I think I'm pretty happy with it. Put those two back there. Man, honestly, I just want them all. Like, there needs to be an F tier. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. You know, if you ever want to pay for any of these services, just use your brain first. Think at the business level of what these services are trying to gain for themselves and what they're actually going to offer to you in the long term. just use some critical thinking skills. That's really all I gotta say about this video. Don't go throwing your money making impulse purchases on what your favorite YouTuber told you need, because chances are you don't need it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Like I always say, man, take action and never give up. For real, that's the number one if you want to find success, is just taking action and never giving up. I believe in you, and you should believe in yourself. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you're new here, drop a like and a sub. I would appreciate it very much. I try and give out tons of thousands of dollars worth of free content here on the internet. So have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.